Zakopalova serving. Nice of her to illustrate the point you were making, Chris.
Yeah, the backhand is a wonderful stroke. Really is. Its balance is so good for it. All the weight going into the shot. Fits it just as well both ways, down the line and cross court. Superstar, 2 clean winners. It's pretty quick, the court. Just watching courtside the opening match. Castello was having a lot of problems with the string tension. She didn't seem to be happy with it throughout, but it takes a bit of getting used to. First rounds in any tournament. New conditions, balls, etc.
Nice little change up, but a very impressive opening game from Clara Zakopalova.
Yeah, you always want to get the first service game under your belt. With a love game, it's a bit of a fillip. Marion Bartoli has had numerous serving styles over the years. It's always interest to watch the start of a tournament if there's any changes or for the left knee in the current serve. It almost makes mine ache the way she plants her foot. Have a little look at that. Bit of kinesi taping on that right calf,
which is keeps the muscle warm.
That left leg position is still the same. Foot pretty much facing forwards. Perfect wrong footer. Get another stunning backhand. They played 6 times. You imagine Bartoli would be fearful of the backhand.
Nice combination. Good serve. Short reply. Head into the space.
Yeah, the wrong footer, when you're playing somebody who's double-handed both sides, the wrong footer is an obvious shot to play, just to keep them pushed and pulled. And I think that seems to be the plan from Zakopalova. She looks like she's carrying on where she left off in the quarterfinals at Shenzhen earlier this year.
So the first double fault gives Zakopalova an immediate chance. Sort of start that Zakopalova would have been dreaming of. Interesting that here she is, 22 in the world now, at her career high at the age of 30. And we have seen a real change in the age profile of top tennis players in both the men's and women's games. So many more plus 30s doing well.
It's an interesting point you make because Julian Benneteau last week in Rotterdam beating Federer, who came so close to beating last year at Wimbledon. It's something to do with a good aging French wine or something.
Trust you to think of that connection.
Bit of red wine every now and then keeps you as a well man, David.
That's my excuse. Well, it's an interesting, great start, and all of a sudden the backhand producing some errors, and Bartoli with 3 chances to recover the break straight away.
Well, the backhand is on fire so far. It's ball dropped short by Bartoli and severely punished. Flat, hard, straight as.
That goes long, and Marion Bartoli breaks back straight away. It's 2-1.
Yes, and that last point, no backhands in sight for Zakopalova. I think Bartoli is getting there and into the swing of this first round. And it will be an interesting watch, as Bartoli, I'm sure, will keep her beady eye on her opponent as well, just to watch the mental side of the game. Because Bartoli is so tough mentally. She really is. What she's achieved in her career is a lesson to anybody and everybody. Zakopalova, maybe, as we keep saying, she's knocking towards the top 20, top 15. Is that going to be enough for her to really focus her mind more positively, more often?
Back on serve then. 2-1. Give you another result for the final round of qualifying. Daniela Hantakova is through 6-2, 6-2 against Carlos Suarez Navarro. So 3 qualifiers decided today so far.
Fantastic 3 qualifiers too. Kuznetsova, Hantakova and Jungjaya. That would grace any main draw.
Yeah, a 2-time Grand Slam winner, and the other 2 both been Grand Slam semi-finalists.
Yeah.
Two doubles then for Bartoli. No, just long. So from 30 love to 30-40.
Looks like she's just chewed on a bit of lemon. And she makes errors.
Now, Marion Bartoli there has stopped, as you're entitled to do, to challenge immediately. And she was right to do so.
But if the forehand can start firing as well, then Bartoli's going to have a very tough battle on her hands here. Just hitting around the ball nicely, just getting on the stretch again. It's a good combo.
Yeah, lovely lengths on the return. Zakopalova. Another opportunity to break. Well, these double faults proving to be a problem for Bartoli. The exchanges, 3 of them already. And she's yet to hold serve, the French woman.
It's that serving action again, isn't it?
Catching.
To call the pace off that first serve did Zakopalova. Just 141 Ks just to make sure it went in. I wonder the hands on hips.
Well, that's a nice little change-up coming in behind the return.
Oh, yeah. Clenched fist, because coming in off the first serve, again, all the pace taken off.
So we look on course for a 4th straight break. Two doubles in that game from Zakopalova. And once again, Bartoli breaks back 3-2.
Yes, and it's already an issue, isn't it? Just the one hold in the match, Zakopalova to love in the opening game of the match. I think if you ask most women, would you prefer to break to win a match or hold serve? I think most would go for breaking. You can count Serena out of that. I'm sure she'd love to serve it out more often than not. But it does give you the twitches a little bit when you're lacking to find rhythm on the serve. And so often we say it has a knock-on effect to the rest of your game. Whereas if your forehand's off, you never hear a player say, well, my forehand wasn't working very well. Boy, did that knock my serve off its rhythm. It's central, the serve, to everything for most players. Super earrings.
There's the strapping on the calf. His kinesiology tape keeps the muscles warm. 3-2. 2-3 to be more precise. cat and mouse going on in that rally.
Yeah, she read the point beautifully, Bartoli, didn't she? Because Zakopalova really will probably feel she should have won it. Never gives up the chase, Bartoli.
The winners' unforced errors ratio. I always like to see them shown together. But it's always, of course, a matter of objectivity. Whoever is putting the statistics together, would you call that an unforced error? It's off first serve, but she did miss it by a mile. Bartoli holds serve for the first time in the match and does so to love.
His honour's very much even. A bit tight in the legs, maybe, Zakopalova. Both women have played 14 matches coming into this one this year.
Again, simply the depth forcing the error out of Bartoli. That was certainly what we would call a forced error. Totally, the fourth qualifying place has gone to Ursula Radwanska, the younger sister of the defending Polish champion Agnieszka. She's beaten Karumi Nara of Japan 6-3, 6-3. So the four qualifiers are Svetlana Kuznetsova, Zhongzhia, Daniela Hantakova, and Ursula Radwanska. Two of them are going to play each other in the first round. Don't know who that is yet.
Really looking to intimidate here. Bartoli putting off Zakopalova. That's what she did when she first came onto the tour. Bartoli stood way in.
And having the desired effect. Interesting. Again, stretching out. Something's troubling her.
Bartoli's going to stand in for the first serve by the looks of it. She did that to Davenport in the early days. Lindsay stopped as if to say, "Are you serious?" perfect. Getting the width against the two-fister, so important. A little bit central here from Bartoli and short.
Well, it deserved the treatment because it was only halfway up the court the second serve, but got away with it. And back in front, 4-3 Zakopalova.
Yes, quick chat with coach. How's your check, Dave?
I write a lot of them. Two breaks to serve each then in this opening set. Bartoli to serve with the new balls. Four doubles now from Bartoli. Back in trouble. Just found the line.
Did so well there, didn't she? Big point. Just softened the hands. She maybe got a little too much height. She probably held her breath for a second, but it did catch the line.
Nicely illustrated by Hawkeye.
You really miss Hawkeye when it's not Anatoly.
Half an hour gone, and Bartoli facing two more break points. And that's a waste, isn't it, from Bartoli? Two doubles. They've done well to get back into the set from 1-3 to 3-all, but throws that service game away. And Zakopalova will serve forward at 5-3.
Wow. Nearly hit Marion. Fantastic angle. Great use of the wrist to flatten this out into out. They don't get any better than this. Advanska, Agnieszka, that is, plays this one beautifully from more towards the middle of the court, but that is magnificent.
Beautiful placement. Ten clean winners now from Zakopalova. Just 4 from her opponent. It's a game and a half difference, 6 points. Neither of them will want to see the double fault statistic. 9 between them. That'll wrap up the opening set. 33 minutes it took. Klara Zakopalova always having the lead. Some impressive hitting indeed from the Czech. Enjoying a super period in her career.
It always makes you wonder, doesn't it, what suddenly triggers an improvement in form and climb up the rankings? Is it just a change of mindset? Another one, as you mentioned, David, that's performing very well latterly in the career.
Let's have a look at the highlights of the opening set. Here's some fine winners, 10 winners. It seems to be over those concerns she had when she was doing the stretching in mid-set.
And this becomes an important opening service game for Bartoli. Having only held the once. Hasn't really found her rhythm yet at all. needs to quickly. She won't be left demanding, that's for sure. We're going to get a lot of allées, I think, at the start of this second set.